I'm your host, Locum23, joining me from Mermaids and the Vampires Who Love Them, Chapter 10. I'm your what? You're my fairy goddaughter. Isn't that great? But, Pickles, I want you to grant your own wishes, not mine. See? That's why you deserve a fairy godmother. You're a good person. Well, I mean mermaid. I wonder if I'm the first fairy godmother with a mermaid for a goddaughter. That'd be amazing. My mom will be proud. I don't know where to start, but I guess the dress is as good a place as any. She looks at you, her face falls. What's wrong? Aren't you happy? I reply with, no. I just want what's best for you, Pickles. Then why are you standing in the way of my destiny? Well, when you put it like that, if that's being my fairy godmother, then great. If it's not, then I'll help you work it out, okay? You're a good friend, Waverly. You give her a hug, careful not to break her delicate fairy frame. She claps her hands, snaps her fingers, and her wand appears in her hand. Alright, now that you're officially my fairy goddaughter, I conjure you the best dress ever. You are a mermaid, and the ocean is full of beauty. Therefore I say you shall wear the ocean. Okay. Crop top and skirt transform into a simple, short cocktail dress. The fabric is woven from fragments of ocean, mother of pearl, shells, coral, ribbons of delicate seaweed, all set in a blue fabric that undulates as you move, as if it's made from ripples across the sea. Pickles, this dress is magic, amazing, and so comfortable. She beams at you. Thanks, I'm glad you're pleased. Remember, fairy godmother spells vanish at midnight. They used to last till 2, but I think there were some issues with town curfews. So they changed the rules around 400 years ago. Do you have other wishes right now? I'll take a coffee. No. Only that you enjoy the party. I'll be up in a minute, and I expect to see you dancing. Meanwhile, I'll, clean up Shelly's room. Fuck her room, I'm serious. As you wish. Do you need any help? I can help? No. Go tell Fintan you've been assigned. I'm sure he'll be delighted. Pickles squeaks with glee and rushes out of the room. You hang the soaked mermaid dress in the bathroom and start to gather scattered cosmetics. You're just finished when you hear a bang and then voices from the next room. So I shouldn't snoop. You press your ear against the mirrored wall on the side of the room where the voices are coming from. You promised me a delivery tonight. I have a deadline. The voice is that of a man you don't recognize, his tone thick and sticky as oil. Well, I know who that is. I had no idea she was so fast, sir. I tried, but... Vickers' voice quivered. You're full of excuses, and I grow tired of hearing them. I'll make my production deadline, and you take care of depositing the toxic waste in the cave. A pause. You are dripping water on my boots. They're shark skin. Made by elves of the Mediterranean coast. Priceless. Try to absorb it all. The existence of boot-making elves is a lot to take in. But so is the rest of the conversation. I'm sorry, sir. The ocean is wet. You cannot possibly hold me responsible for that. Are you joking, Brack? Do you not see the gravity of your ineptitude? I've never heard of anyone named Brack. Well, I'm assuming by his hair and everything. It's what's his name? I would never joke with you, sir. Do not fear shark weather. I have a sense of humor. I called it. Right now, I'm picturing you in the smallest tank with a few dozen man-o'-wars for company. I'm quite amused. Brack is Mr. Sharkweather, so Shelly's dad is involved with someone polluting the bay. His tone is pleading and weak. But who's the other man? Sir, every time I see him, God damn it. I don't have time for this. I expect a delivery in the next 2 days, or else I will start my Man of War collection. Understood? Yes, sir. You'd better get it together if you ever want to see her again. Who is her he's talking about? Someone Mr. Sharkweather doesn't want hurt? Could it be Shelly? No. Sir, I won't fail you. The door to the room next door slammed shut. I need to find out what just happened in that room. I should investigate the office before Pierce comes looking for me. Make really sure they're gone before I do anything. I'm not supposed to be down here at all, let alone eavesdropping on scary businessmen. You stand very still for a minute and listen at the hallway door for another few minutes. Nothing. I wish that hall wasn't carpeted. Who carpets a boat, anyway? Rich people. Pull 2 of Shelly's pins out of your fairy perfect hairdo. You crack the door open and peek out. The hallway is clear, and you creep out into it. Using one hairpin as a lever, you wriggle the other one on the lock, and after a few breaths, it clicks open. My lifelong love of breaking into safes on shipwrecks has finally paid off. Before this, I had just give whatever I found to Dad for his artwork. Last time I found a book called A Guide for the Perplexed and a tiny bag of colored umbrellas. I can only assume they were for elves, now that I know they exist and make Italian boots. Really, you never know what you'll come across. But right now, I want answers. As soon as you're in, you close the door. It's dark in the room, except for a blue light from a fish tank, populated by a dwarf lantern shark. Switch on a light. It's claustrophobic in here. I can practically smell the secrets. Small room is dominated by the desk. You walk around to the back and sit in the chair. It rocks and creaks, which scares you for a second, but there's no one here. I could get caught at any moment. The desk is covered with papers. One thick stack catches your eye because on top is a tiny picture of a mermaid in a silhouette. Read the title. Employment agreement between Brack Sharkweather, employee in Deep Ocean Technologies, Inc., a subsidiary of Megacorp, Inc., employer. Mr. Sharkweather apparently works for a human corporation. That seems fishy. I mean, seriously? You're gonna use that pun? Merfolk don't usually work for human companies. Lower down the agreement, it notes Mr. Sharkweather's compensation. It's number 1, followed by a lot of zeros. I don't know much about human money, and I'm terrible at math and numbers in general, but the amount being paid to Mr. Sharkweather seems like a lot. Suddenly, a key turns in the lock. Drop to the floor and hide beneath the desk. The door creaks open. What are you doing in my office, Miss Fishwater? You're so busted. I better lie with port. Is that supposed to be purpose? But porpoise? Tell as much of the truth as you think you can get away with. Stay very still and hope he's bluffing. He knows I'm here, but how? Make sure no one saw me. I know you're hiding under my desk. Poseidon's piskin package. He must have cameras or a charm or something. Hear his muffled footsteps approaching and stand up. Hi? At that moment, another figure looms large, a shadow in the doorframe. He is so big he obliterates the hallway. We still can't see this mother... Oh, god damn it. Alright, we'll go with the regular voice until we find out who it is. Ah, Sharkweather. At last you found her Miss Fishwater. She's a slippery eel, is she not? The voice of the man who was arguing with Mr. Sharkweather when you were in Shelly's room. He's wearing sharkskin boots with actual shark snouts decorating the tips. I might throw up. I've never seen him before, and yet he knows my name. And I am not an eel. The man pushes past Sharkweather into the office. A dream-like haze settles over your brain and puts you at ease. He's the most handsome man I've ever seen. His beauty is a burst of gold of the sun the moment before it slips beneath the horizon. It isn't the ancient music of the muses, the taste of fresh young seagrass. And yet we still can't see him. Are you alright, my dear? Sharkweather, why ever are you shouting in this fish water? Stunning stranger is protecting me. The fear you've been holding in the pit of your stomach drains. She broke into my office. I suggest in the future you lock up your valuables, Sharkweather. You never know when someone will take them away. Something hisses, but you can't see from where the sound is coming from. Leave us, Sharkweather. I've no need for you. Mr. Sharkweather shakes his head and glances at the upside-down frame on his desk, then averts his eyes. Yes, sir. Stranger turns to you and clasps your shoulders. Is this a thing? Is that bugged, or are they just really not letting us see him? Perhaps you should sit, now that we're alone. I sink gratefully into Sharkweather's luxurious office chair. You don't even have to think. Your body acts on its own. This should scare me, but it doesn't. Your heart soars knowing that you get to be alone with him. But even as your stomach flutters, your head whirls. I'm dizzy and I don't know why. The man holds your gaze. It's nothing, I'm sure. A sharp pain explodes in your brain. You shake your head. Where am I? Oh, your schoolmate's yacht for a party. Come with me, I have something that will help. Of course. Seems like you're like the most rational decision you've ever made. He takes your hand. His hand is hot, too hot, but he's very handsome and kind. He'll guide you out of the chair. We are going to have a lovely trip together, you and I. He leads you out of the office and down the hall, up the spiral staircase. Pierce is leaning against the rail outside. He turns when he hears the door open. Are you finally done? I know girls take a long time to get ready, but who are you? For a moment, the eyes of your new friend blaze with anger. Miss Fishwater's occupied right now. She doesn't look occupied to me. She barely looks conscious. Come on, Waverly. I'm fine, Pierce. I want nothing more than for Pierce to go away. Leave me alone, a mysterious stranger again. Although I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm waiting till he's like a pig face. Like, literally. And he just had some sort of power over her. And then that voice is going to be ruined for everyone. Everything is fuzzy. The man stares hard at Pierce as if trying to move him with a gaze. Pierce's dark eyebrows knit together. He looks at you and then chews the side of his lip. A tiny trickle of blood appears at the corner of his mouth. And then a wisp of something brushes against your consciousness. I don't think you're fine at all, Waverly. He licks his lips clean. Let's get out of here. You try to process what Pierce is telling you, but it's like burrowing through a dense mass of seaweed. The man's jaw drops. He holds his head and stumbles against the wall as if he's overexerting himself. You hear the strange hissing sound again. As he rights himself, his sleeves lift, revealing something dark wriggling on his skin. They look like snakes, and they're moving. You know, you're not right in the brain when you're seeing animated tattoos. No, he's, no one cued me in on it last time we brought it up. Medusa. But it's not Medusa, it's, God damn it, son of a... They're Hydra-type people. Oh my god, man, why did I feel like I skipped a class. And I shouldn't have. Stranger recovers quickly and swings at Pierce. Pierce moves with vampire speed, and the stranger connects with nothing but air. Like magic, Pierce is next to you, wrapping you in a chilly embrace. With no warning, he jumps over the rail. You brace for the splash. He's a vampire. He probably floats or flies. Remember that. Yeah, that's right. He did fly, and he didn't have to turn into a bat. New updates. Please restart your application to get it. Okay, we'll do that here in a minute. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head down in the description below. Links to social media or Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. So, I'm trying to think of what they are. Um, Actually, in a movie, I saw where it was a person who could control snakes that came out of their skin, or actually was part of their skin. And they'd wear like long sleeve shirts and jackets, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Um, Someone let me know in the comment section below. My brain, I need coffee. It's been a very long day. It's been a very long week, and this is only the beginning of the month. Um, I need to get out of whatever funk I'm in. I really do. And by whatever funk, I mean I know what the funk is, but then it's also a lot of other things. Basically it's all snowballing, and I'm trying to get out of it. Last night I literally went and sat in a street. Yeah, I went and actually sat in a street for a couple hours. Well, I mean not. It was about an hour. And it's a very quiet street, and it was filled with a bunch of cars parked on both sides. And there's never really any movement. There's never really anything. It was like middle of the night, like 2, 3 a.m. And I just sat there, and I kind of had this symbolic thing, and I'm like, well, I could make a video out of this and have a symbolic meaning to it and everything. And I ended up losing it. I didn't feel like it would. It's kind of like art. You feel like you could do something, but then you don't know if people would get it, you know? Um, so then I kind of just, it's funny because right as I was turning to go home, it started raining. And I got to ride back home through rain. Which it wasn't too bad. It was like light sprinkles. It was kind of nice. Um, but yeah. So yeah, just been a very long week. Um, with that being said, I think I did my outro. If not, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below. Links to social media or Discord if you'd like to support me and my content. And without further ado, I'm gonna restart. Maybe they fixed the Hades thing. I guess we'll have to take a look here. If not, I guess I'll catch y'all tomorrow in our choices videos. Unless you're watching this on a Friday and I've already done choices. I guess I'll just catch you in the next video. Peace.